Real quickly before I start, I just want to wish Sammy and Logan a great rest of the season. I hope you guys score a lot of goals or stop a lot of goals. So I asked you guys for some Q&A questions, and I realized last night that there were way too many to put into one video. Otherwise, the video would be like 30 minutes long and no one would watch it. So I decided to break it up into sites. We'll do an Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing Instagram questions. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, my handle or something like that is sportsgirlto. I don't know, Audie got me to sign up for Instagram and I still don't really know the lingo. Now I'm going to take the first question. We'll start with an easy one because we're just going to, work into this very nice and light. How are you? Well, let's get into it. I'm very good, and I'll tell you why I'm very good. I don't know, I feel the need to explain myself and where I've been for like the past few months. Personally, I feel like I am the fun dad of YouTube, in ways like I do all the fun activities, like the light stuff with you guys, the lighthearted stuff. And then when it comes to like the really difficult, hard-hitting videos, I just like disappear and leave it to your mom. Life happens. To be honest, I felt like I had nothing to say. So when I have nothing to say, I don't make videos. I didn't want to be doing like game reviews and stuff because there's so much of that online. And I kept on seeing so much of that. And I was like, what am I even, I'm like, basically, I'm doing the same thing as everyone else, which is just reviewing a game. And I love watching that when people do it, but I just didn't feel like I had anything to add to it. And not that I was doing a lot of this, but I wasn't really into the news updates either because by the time I got them out, like everyone had them out and it was just like nonsense. So that was probably the first problem. And I know you didn't ask this, but that was probably the first problem. And then the second problem was that I wasn't making this a priority, and I'm still not, let's be honest. The time I was spending making videos every day or whatever, every week, I started doing other stuff. Like during the summer, and I stuck with that. And while I don't regret doing any of that stuff, I had a lot of fun and I learned a lot of stuff. I felt like I left you guys hanging, and I probably should have made this video a long time ago. I strongly believe that hobbies should be fun and that you shouldn't ever have to feel like you have to do them because they're just hobbies, right? You're not getting paid to do them. There's no real reason that you should be doing them other than to be having fun. So I basically just went back to my other hobbies and kind of went into them more full time instead of splitting time between this and them. And I've been having a great time. I'm sorry to say, it's been awesome. And I did feel guilty for like the first month when I didn't post anything the first month. And then I was like, Selena, stop. This is like, why are you feeling guilty? This is ridiculous. So now I'm just like, when I feel like it, I'm posting. That's how it's happening. Plus I have this gigantic fear that this channel is gonna go somewhere. And I think that taking a big break like this really helps on that front. There are so many topics that I missed that I could have done videos about that I just didn't do. For instance, Nylander not signing, and then Nylander signing, and then Nylander not scoring, and then Nylander scoring. Okay, just Nylander stuff basically. To be honest, I've hardly been on YouTube. Okay, so that should answer your question of how are you. Next question is, do you prefer Nylander or Cappy? Okay, do I have to think about this at all? For a while there was definitely a Nylander club and a Kapanen club, and then like people like me who's like, why do you have to pick? Like, you can have them both. I don't understand the question. Remember, everyone's like, oh my god, trade Nylander, we have Kapanen now, or the opposite. Oh my god, trade Kapanen, we have Nylander now, No, I'm definitely like, they are the same to me, kind of. Like, I don't really care. I love them both. How much do you like mustard? Well, great question, thank you. I hate mustard. I think it's disgusting. I just straight up hate it, like on everything, unless like it's severely mixed in with other stuff that you can almost not taste it. Yeah. Okay, next question. How awesome am I? I would say I'm pretty awesome. Do you ship Nylander and I? Again, with this question, why am I shipping Nylander and I? No, okay, I know what you're asking. I'm just being stupid. No, because he's too old for you. Favorite Leaf this season so far? Okay, like I said, I have a hard time picking favorites, so like questions like these kill me. Obviously, okay, Marner has been like he's the person who's most surprised me. Let's go with that. Marner has been like so good. Marner's always good, but like this year I feel like he's been so good, like insanely good. I can't believe he's not in the All-Star stuff. I think, okay, so Marner has been like, I'll change the question to like most shocking, I guess. And Hutchinson like was randomly really good. No, I know he played before and shit, but I didn't really have any confidence in him either. Yeah. And now we left the biggest question for last. Do you agree with the current NHL All-Star voting format? If not, how would you change it? Every year, I'm always like, oh my god, everything about this drives me nuts. And yet, at the same time, like I was talking to my brother, and he's like, it's just like, it's literally a game, like, played hockey is a game for children, basically. Whatever. Hockey is a game, and then there's a game within a game. So he's like, it's just a game. Calm down. It doesn't matter. They don't even need to have this. So like, whatever. But I like to complain about things, right? Sorry, let me reread the question so that I'm not just like rambling. Do you agree with the current NHL All-Star voting format? No. But, okay, here's the thing. How much you want to get into this? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll just preface everything with that. But let's get into this and pretend it does really matter. I hate the voting format the way it is. Like, I don't know if it's... No, here, let me propose this question to you, okay? If it's supposed to be an all-star game, or like whatever, the games, the events and everything, if it's supposed to be for all-stars, should it not be based on something other than fan votes? Like, should there even be a voting system for us fans? Like, if it's about all-stars, should it be, I don't know, for goal scorers? It should be goals or like points or whatever. I don't know how that would work. I would have to think that out really well. But like for goaltenders, should it not be like save percentage? And that automatically, if you have the best save percentage in the league, then you should automatically be a part of the game because you're the most elite player. Do you just accept the people with the most goals and the people with the most points? Like, I don't even think there should be voting. That's the problem I have with the way the voting system is now. I don't even think there should be voting for us fans. I think that there should be like a set, like, okay, you have the most points, you're in. You have the most goals, you're in. You have the most this, that, whatever, you're in. And that's it. And again, if we're going for like the most elite, well, this is what I would want, is to have the most elite players there because it is all-star stuff. Then would you not, like, for instance, for the last man in thing that they have now, should it not be, they have a player for each team is on the ballot. So you can vote for one person per each team. That's it. I'm not saying this just because I'm a Leaf fan, but I really think that Riley and Marner should have been on the ballot and not like some shit player off some shit team. Not shit, but less good than other players. So it shouldn't be one per team. The problem is the NHL is a business and they want everyone to be watching the All-Star games. And you are more likely to watch it if your own player or your own team has a player in there. And I get that. But I would rather watch something, the most elite of all the players go, even if it wasn't anyone on my team, I would rather watch that. All elite players. 20 off of one team if that's how it has to be. And that's it. My brother said that there is something like that and it's called the playoffs. And I said, okay. Sometimes players just get in because they're team favorites. Doesn't mean that they're the best or elite or all-stars at all. But that's whatever. I don't know. And another thing is I love watching the skills competitions. I think that's the funnest thing ever. But I don't like watching the games as much, like the next day. That's kind of like, okay, whatever. And then towards the end of the periods and stuff, everyone starts playing a little bit harder and not as fun because they want to win the money. So I don't know. The games are kind of stupid, in my opinion. But I do like the skills competitions. Okay, so we're all done the Instagram questions. Thank you guys very much for writing in. I have a lot more on Twitter and YouTube. So the Twitter video is going to be a big one, and then the YouTube one is going to be a big one. So come back for that. If you have any more comments or questions or whatever, leave them on my Twitter. I have a little, what is it called? A tweet, and you can reply to that tweet with your questions, or on the community page or whatever it is on YouTube. I don't know. I'm so out of it. I wrote a little post, and it says leave your questions here if you want to do that. So that is all. Thank you very much for watching.